And our last kind of fossil is a trace fossil. This is an interesting one because it could be a couple of the other types of fossil. You could have a trace fossil that is also a mold, or a trace fossil that's also a cast. What a trace fossil is a fossil not of the animal or the living thing, but a trace of it. If on a crime show or wherever you've heard somebody say, man, they were gone without a trace, or there's not even a trace of it around. A trace is something left behind. So if you wanted to follow where your teacher went, you could follow the traces I left behind, which might be something like goldfish, since we all know I like goldfish and bring my goldfish in a goldfish. But if I don't leave a trace behind, you might not know where I went. Or if any of you have seen me come back from lunch, you would know there's a trace of where I've been, that I might leave a Chipotle bag somewhere. Of course, I clean up, but that would be a trace. So a trace fossil could be something that's not the animal, but is left behind by it. So a dinosaur, one time they found a giant pile, or in Pompeii. I knew the word was in my head somewhere. But just like in Pompeii, if you are covered, or when the volcano went and it covered everybody and they were running and they're like, and then froze exactly where they were. Okay, that was Pompeii. Same thing happened to some dinosaurs a long time ago, and they found an entire collection of dinosaur nests that had like broken eggs, and some of them, they weren't even hatched yet, were whole eggs. And so they were able to find trace fossils. They didn't find any actual dinosaurs because all the dinosaurs ran away from the volcano, but they found evidence of where the dinosaurs had been. This would also be like a footprint. So if you want to put some examples down, you could write like dinosaur shells, footprints, or of course if we find fossilized dinosaur poo, you know, feces, fecal matter, poop left over. If we find dinosaur poo, that's also another trace fossil. It's not the actual dinosaur, but it gives us information about the dinosaur.